everybody. My name is Lindsay Land. I'm from Consumers Credit Union in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Yes, there really is a Kalamazoo, and you can ask me all about that later. I'll sing the song for you too if you want. Consumers Credit Union is about $800 million in assets with 80,000 members. We've experienced about 18% annual growth for the last 30 years, and I'm excited to talk a little bit about Grow with my friend David here.
Hey everybody, I'm David Eads. I'm the CEO of Grow Solutions. Grow is a mobile-first bank account and loan sales platform. The recent unpleasantness around Wells Fargo that I think all of us have heard about is proof that the selling process at most banks is broken. Banks have been successful at moving 85% of their transactions from the branch into electronic channels. But the branch is responsible for 80% of the sales at most institutions. So this process is completely out of whack. It's out of balance. So without structural changes, aggressive incentive plans, or for that matter, any incentive plan, can drive some employees to cheat. And bank technology systems as they exist today don't really enforce that the consumer is involved in the transaction when it's happening. So there's really nothing that is stopping rogue employees from cheating inside your banks. And the most troubling thing to most institutions is that even if you're convinced that you don't have a problem, you can't prove it to the regulators. When CFPB comes and says, are you taking care of your customers? Do you have this same problem? Most institutions don't have a way to be able to prove that they're treating customers properly when it comes to account opening fraud. So this is why today we're announcing Consumer Protection Plus. It's a patent pending feature that's already live across our customer base, and it ensures that consumers are involved in account opening and loan origination transactions. And it helps institutions prove to regulators like CFPB and OCC and others that they are taking care of consumers and that fraud is not occurring. So it works like this. We send a one-time passcode to the applicant's user, their email or their mobile phone or both. And mobile phones are difficult to fake, so it's unlikely that widespread employee fraud could happen. And we have detailed reporting, of course, so that supervisors can monitor employees and make sure that they're treating customers with the respect they deserve. And when it comes time for examinations, it's easy for institutions to show reports that prove that they're taking care of consumers. We believe that consumer protection and trust is the basis of any growth strategy. So first and foremost, we want to make sure that customers are taken care of and the institution is in great shape. And then you can focus on selling and incentive programs and moving the institution forward. Lindsay?
Thank you, David. I'm excited to announce that Consumers Credit Union has already launched this product. Let me take you a little bit on our journey. Last summer, we set out to find a solution for our applicants and members to join our credit union completely online. So we looked at a lot of the big companies out there that have been doing it for quite a few years. We thought, man, that's just not for us yet. And then we found Grow, and we had a demo with Grow Solutions. And this is a company that we felt we could really partner with and that our cultures really matched. One of the reasons why is that this solution is built for the end user, really designed for the end user in mind. When we look at a lot of solutions out there, they feel very much focused towards a financial institution. And this one is focused towards the end user. So from looking at knowledge-based authentication questions to streamlining the process using cell phone carrier integration or driver's license scanning, or even taking a picture of your credit card to populate fields within the solution. Those were the kind of technology advancements that we were looking for. Grow is constantly looking for ways to innovate themselves and use this technology to enhance that user experience. So June 28th, I don't know if you know where you were at, but I know that I was launching this product just a few months ago. I'm excited to announce that we reached 170% of our first month's goal in using this product, which was absolutely fantastic. Just in a few short months, we've had 594 applications, with almost 180 of those applications being booked into new memberships. And like I told you earlier, Consumers Credit Union has experienced 18% annual growth for the last 30 years, and new memberships is vital to our growth, as well as I know all financial institutions' growth. So this channel is very important for us. What's even more outstanding is how our online members are actually using their account. 83% of these customers are enrolled in online banking. 83%. We have about 55 to 60% of the rest of our membership base enrolled in online banking. So these are sticky digital members. 47% have already enrolled and have direct deposit coming to the account. We typically measure active checking accounts after a year of the account being on the books, and we reach about 67 to 68% of active checking accounts. So we're very pleased with 47% in just a few short months, because as you know, it takes a little bit of time to get payroll moved over and those types of things for a new customer, a new member joining your financial institution. And nearly 100% of those accounts were funded during that initial online membership process, either using ACH or a credit or a debit card, which is absolutely fantastic. Very quickly, this channel exceeded our #1 office in new account openings. And so when you look at that, it's only been launched since June 28th. So in just a couple of short months, it became our #1 channel for member acquisition, which is fantastic. And we haven't seen memberships drop with our existing offices either. So we have 19 office locations, and they are still producing memberships just at the same volume that they had been before. And this is just we're assuming that this is a new channel that we would have probably never acquired these members before. From a member experience perspective, members are telling us that it's easy and convenient. They're seeing our Join Now link pop up when they're doing a Google search for local credit unions, and that's why they're joining. We're hearing stories of one member who is afraid to go out in public and has a phobia of this, and they were able to open their account from their comfort of their own home. What's even more exciting is, just as David had pointed out, in the last couple of months, there's been a lot of the news and media of accounts that were opened without consumer consent. And I'm very pleased that I feel Consumers Credit Union is very well positioned, and where we are engaging the member using Grow's product throughout that account opening process already. So they're already authorizing the account, and they feel very comfortable because they've had to go through knowledge-based authentication questions. They've had to authorize that their cell phone is an accurate cell phone and that their email address is an accurate email address. And so they have completely authorized that account. I don't know if anybody in this room knows where regulations are going to go. If you do, I'd love to chat with you. So please let me know. But it'll just be interesting to look over the next couple months, over the next year, where regulation's going to go. And I really think these types of solutions are going to help us to continue to grow business within our financial institutions with engaging that customer or that member in that process. And to David's point, kind of taking that team member out of it when you're offering incentives and sales plans and things like that. And for Consumers Credit Union, our typical new account opening process ranges about 25 to 30 minutes in the office. And a lot of that is systems, right? We have a lot of systems that our team members are working on and entering account information for, so it's a time-consuming process. So we've been able to take that 25 to 30-minute process, and it's about 4 minutes using Grow's online product. So it's really enabled us to focus on building that relationship with our members, whether it's through digital, from a text messaging standpoint, or just kind of doing some outbound calling or sending some email communications to them, or whether it's in a face-to-face realm. We've really been able to deepen that relationship and focus on that rather than the account opening in the office. So with that, I'd like to turn it back over to Dave for the closing.
Really appreciate it.
Sure.
So if anybody wants to follow up with us afterwards, feel free to shoot us an email, and you can also send us a tweet at @GrowBanking, GrowBanking. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of the show. Thanks a lot.